They right back down here. All right. All right, bench.
The home of the...
Yeah, get your asses on. Sit down. The fuck? Give me that. Y'all gotta relax now. It's relax time. Fuck all that moving shit. Oh, badass fucking kids. I can't wait to get a dog. They better get the fuck on and perk that bitch. Had that bitch shit right in front of the crib like a fucking watchdog. These little kids bad as hell.
The 76ers here in Philadelphia. As
they take off running.
Today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The 76ers hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. A look at the Magic starting group. Porzingis is out there at the knee. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Russell. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle.
Hey guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Here's Gordon. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The drive by Russell. Here's Porzingis. And the three off target. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated, and now the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in national play. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The drive by Russell. And so it looks like the Magic will return possession. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Wade outside. Over Gobert. Another miss by Orlando. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
You tell me this nigga threw that ball down low.
To the left wing. Curry outside. And the 76ers get it back. Arthur kicks to Curry. The pass to Gobert. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
The shot by Wade, wide open. Great touch on the 16-footer. Wade's got his first points in this one. Curry against Russell. Gobert. And the rejection by Cousins. And he gets it to go.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Porzingis passes to Cousins. Russell with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And there's the 3-second violation. For Orlando, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. There may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Curry attacking. Here's Arthur. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Brewer is checked in for Jarrell Arthur. On its way from Curry for 2. And that one comes up a bit short.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Magic leading by 5. Wade kicks to Russell. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Gobert.
Oh, good shot, Wade.
Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Curry. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Wade from outside. No up. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Barnes. He takes it to Gobert.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Brewer with the steal. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wade. And they're on the break. And a Spartan finish.
Stop yelling, man.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
6 to shoot. Here's Gordon. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too
Love
early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Spates checked in for Corey Brewer.
Good. You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, He's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
All right, throw this away.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. It wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Curry kicks to Gordon. Spades dishes to Gordon. Curry passes to Gordon. Nobody near Barnes. And a miss there on the triple.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Out to Wade. Aminu. No good with the triple. Here's Gordon. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Wade with it. Headed now by Barnes. No good from outside. The 76ers trail. Gordon with no one around. Offensive rebound. The tray. Gordon with another miss.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Wade against Gordon. Shot's good. Wade's got his second bucket. Philadelphia's gone a meager 106 in three-point land since we got started tonight.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Chris Anderson is checked in for Cousins. Fry comes in for Porzingis. And it's Tony Roten in for Russell.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Here's Wade. And now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge. That gives them the lead. And it's 8 points for Eric Gordon. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Roten with it. And now by Barnes. Aminu. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
A long wind-up and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jab.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
I sure hope not.
And here's Barnes for 3. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they brought that comes into play.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Some changes for Philadelphia. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Gobert. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Collison in for Steph Curry. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Now here's Wade. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Now the 76ers on the break. Spates gets to Ezeli. Collison dishes to Spates. Right block shot. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Clock at 6. Collison, the pass to Spates. Tries from 7. That's good on the jump shot. Spates has got 7 points in the game.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
And here's Fry for 3. Anderson kicks to Aminu. Here's Roten. And that time, also a missed shot. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years. But he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Arthur's checked in. That one is no good. Greg, you brought the topic to Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play.
Great credit to him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. Clarkson dishes to Azili. Pass to Arthur. Aminu over to help. Collison gets a wide open look. No good on the 3. The Magic trailed by 13. And Aminu slams it in.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Finished off the break. Wade's got 7 points in the game. The drive by Collison. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Here's Azili. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, the first shot defense has been pretty good, but they've been getting beat way too often with the second and third chance.
Yeah, great point, Clark. That last line of defense is your ability to secure the backboard.
Collison, the pass to Azili. Now Clarkson. Collison for 3. The offense coming free and easy. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Orlando. Tony Roten out there with Anthony Morrow. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Garnett in at the 5, roaming the paint. For the 3. Chandler's shot. Good. Chandler's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Here's Arthur, and he dunks it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Another shot. Ross with the steal. Garnett kicks to Morrow. Pass to Ross. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Livingston.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Feeds it to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Can't hit. So Orlando will take it the other way. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Livingston dishes to Chandler. Here's Clarkson. Off target with his 3. The Magic trail by 10. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And here's 5 from the arc. Garnett kicks the front. Got a piece of it. Iguodala with the steal. And here they go.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Spates checked in for Arthur. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry subbed in for Clarkson. The Magic also changing it up. Chris Anderson is checked in for Garnett. Porzingis comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Russell in for Tony Rote. The 76ers leading by 12. Ross with the steal. Ross with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Anderson with the ball. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Ross has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Spates kicks to Livingston. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their team. You can name a dozen all-star level
It's
point
not.
guards in the
Don't
league.
put it back. Keep doing.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anderson.
Damn, boy.
Chandler with the steal. Here's Spates. Knocked away.
Get out of
And out
there.
of bounds as the
Sit
Magic
down.
will gain possession. To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA, just take a look at the point guards who did not make the All-Star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position.
Offensive rebound.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Here's Chandler. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career.
Man,
You
chill.
know, that shows you
Fuck
also
outta
when
here
you
with
draft
that.
guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Now here's Cousins. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points.
Man, just watch TV and be
That's a heads-up
quiet.
play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Jordan's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switcher also for Orlando.
Some cereal, yeah.
Wade, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams even still want him even late in his career.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean,
Nothing.
you got to play without
You already
foul.
want something.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Go Bears check in.
Rhythm playbook. Look at shit.
And for Cousins, those 20, 20, 10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The Magic making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 13. And stolen by Cousins. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Now here's Spates. Lets it go from 14. The drive by Cousins. Here's Porzingis. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Porzingis has got it back down to within single digits for the Magic. Barnes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Wade with it. 7 points in the game. And Morrow has it in the corner. No good on the triple. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And that one's good. Barnes.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. He stops and then try to get out in transition for some easiness.
Here's Morrow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Morrow's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Curry after the Magic pick up 2. Barnes up top. 7 points in the game. To the paint. And Maurice Spates the bucket on the assist by Barnes. Spates has got 9.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Collison comes in for Steph Curry. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against Portland. And it's Gordon missing. The Magic trailed by 9. Pass to Porzingis. Orlando moving the ball around. A drive by Russell. Morrow, the pass to Cousins. Low block shot on the way. And off the glass. That one's good. Cousins has got 12 in the game.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Oh, here's Gordon. He's got 11. Just 5 on the clock.
Oh!
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll get
Come on, that shit weird right there. That nigga ain't come close to you. I ain't make contact with you. They call foul.
A few years back, he
Weird
looked like
ass
he'd be
shit
an
right there.
absolute star.
I literally didn't touch this nigga with Porzingis, and they called
Was
foul.
down to 13 a game last season.
Terrell Arthur.
Foul,
He's
man.
checked in for
Of
Barnes.
course not.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line. And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
He's stay afloat his high, man.
Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any situation.
Michael, stop fucking yelling, dude.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Back to Collison. Gordon with the screen for Collison.
He dribbling through my body. Give me that steal.
From downtown. Shot is no good. Nice D from Russell.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being...
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
.103 left now here in the second. And it's Gordon penetrating.
Whole ass shit right now.
Called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Clarkson in for Eric Gordon.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Iguodala dishes to Collison. Back to Iguodala. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Iguodala's got his first basket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And that one's good. Iguodala's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Cousins, no good. Iguodala, right side. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater.
All right, y'all. Let's get better this time. Talk to the refs. None of that. I had 2 threes in that half. That's crazy. Alright. Time, there's no time flying out the motherfucker. Whenever working with schedule, time to fly. Yeah. You got the game pause, I don't.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
How about this one for Eric Gordon? He has 20 points and a couple of nice steals, too. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
They've got Harrison Barnes. Gobert is out there with Arthur. Then there's Gordon. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Russell's running. There's the three. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
No good from Cousins. The 76ers leading by 13. And it's blocked. And Aminu kicks to Russell. Shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Russell again. It's Curry. He dishes it to Arthur. From 11 feet away. Gobert cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, the guy's not wasting any time. Just straight back up with it.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Here's Arthur, and he gets the bucket. Arthur's got his second bucket tonight.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And that one's good. Russell. The 76ers leading by 13. Right side, Gordon. Back to Curry. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
We've seen Eric Gordon really having a great game.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Curry against Russell. And Curry, here we go. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league. A signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
And the 76ers call time here.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's Curry. He's got 17. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you. Yeah, he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Lots of room. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 9th assist in the game now.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Curry attacking. Wade against Barnes.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the 76ers with some changes. Spates checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Livingston in for Eric Gordon. Wade kicks to Cousins. Aminu, the pass to Russell. Dishes it to Aminu. That's tipped.
No foul.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
That was crazy, man.
The 76ers leading by 13.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was 3rd most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
You know what? Curry with some nice D.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now the dish to Arthur. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard.
Yes, symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Spates kicks to Barnes. Cousins pulls it in.
He's trying to keep that little hole.
Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Go sit down.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Philadelphia. Livingston dishes to Curry. And stolen by Russell. For the finish. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. The 76ers leading by 13. Curry passes to Spates. It's hauled in by the Magic. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Aminu. Aminu's got his 5th assist in this one. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Curry against Russell. Kicks it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Changes up. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You look at what Barnes has done so far. He has 11 points. He was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Vasili's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Chandler. And it's Clarkson in for Curry. Roden's checked in for Orlando. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Anderson, he's checked in for the Magic. Fry comes in for Porzingis. Here's Roden. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
The Magic trailed by 13. Now, here's Aminu. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season,
Stop yelling, man.
He may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points, but he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Wade against Collison. Here's Barnes. So the whistle blows on the shot. And 2 free throws for the contact right there.
This shit is weird.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about him.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Man,
Anderson's shot is off.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here's Iguodala.
Man, that's stupid as fuck. They won't give me a foul like that.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
He's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Out to the wing. Now, here's Clarkson. Wade is covering. And the 76ers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Too easy, man. Michael, you about to lay down and set.
Orlando making some changes. Garnett comes in for Chris Anderson. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Dwayne Wade. So it's Philadelphia now. 17 points was their biggest margin.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
No love.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Roten kicks to Aminu. And here's Morrow outside. And that one's good. Morrow's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Magic.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple. This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
It's deflected. He feeds it to Roten. The pass to Fry.
Man, I wish that went to who I
Nice
wanted.
ball movement by the Magic. And Tony Roten with the slam.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in this game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Here's Gobert. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the dunk like that. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Outside Collison.
Man, I never scooped
From
it up.
outside the arc. Offensive rebound. And that one is hammered home.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Morrow kicks to Garnett. That's good.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And up the court.
Man, fucking.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
Hey, that's
Just exerting his authority on that play.
I tell you, you got to love his aggressiveness.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. 76ers on top, leading by 7. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And so here's Orlando. They trail by 7. And so in the game for the Magic, Terrence Ross is out there with Channing Frye. And there's Anderson. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Morrow in the 2.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Man, they let us get our school.
Here is Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert the screen. Livingston dishes to Gobert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Magic trailed by 4. And here is Roten. Now Ross out to the right wing.
Why don't y'all let me get my control?
Eric Gordon on the wing. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Ball's knocked loose.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
And the basket by Gordon.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
And here's Morrow outside. Arthur grabs the board.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Anderson with the ball to the paint. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Morrow.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
That's good. 19 points for Steph Curry. The Magic trailed by 6. And here's Frye for 3. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Orlando also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anderson. And it's Russell in for Tony Roten. The drive by Gobert. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty from that time.
Nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And they'll keep possession. Here's Russell. The feet to Frye. Shoots over Arthur. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, handing it back at Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was not
finish the shit off
enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
The Magic trailed by 7. Ross on the wing. Here's Russell. Another miss by
Man, they make it like Cousins ain't what he is on the board.
In the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up.
And they jumped straight up. Oh, shit.
Season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
The Magic making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be an Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Morrill kicks to Cousins. Another miss by Orlando.
They got me missing that type of shit with this nigga.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
And here's Iguodala outside. Another miss by Philadelphia. To the middle. Ross passes to Morrill. And that one's good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Bullseye. And the 76ers lead by 8.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super six man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Russell. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's just a 4-point 76ers lead. Now here's Collison. Iguodala left side. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Here's Ezeli. And the rejection by Cousins. The drive by Iguodala. Right through the knee for the layup.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pass to Ross. Here's Porzingis. He kicks it to Ross. Iguodala with the steal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Magic. The Magic trailed by 6. Outside, Russell. Passes to Porzingis. The Magic again can hit.
Fuck, they robbing me, man.
With a major lapse.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Anthony Morris. Down low. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
It's hard to get robbed.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly
Michael, hold on.
Be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Arthur comes in for Ezeli, and Gordon subbed in for Jordan Clarkson.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Wade. Can't hit.
What the fuck's going on?
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Good. And now a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Feeds to Wade. It's stolen by Arthur. Outside Collison. On the wing, Gordon. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers with some changes. Gobert comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. Outside Collison. Shot clock at 5. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Collison. 16 points for Barnes.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Aminu. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Arthur.
It's been a nice game for Aminu. He has 8 points, and he's rejected more than his share of shots today.
An interior defense at its best, fellas. That's what we've seen out of him today.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the 76ers. Livingston comes in for Darren Collison.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Livingston, that's good.
Now that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
Wade against Gordon. Here's Porzingis. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-5 run here. Out to the wing. And now Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Gordon. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
Pulls up from the corner. Good. He hits the jump shot. Gordon's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Livingston gets the ball. And he says,
Oh, man.
They
calling so many fouls on me.
Yeah, how about that
Man,
one?
getting no whistle.
Maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he equaled his total from before the break. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
A 3 from Barnes. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Aminu. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Gordon goes in. Here's Barnes. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
They double team Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. They get it back.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Philadelphia.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Gordon. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
To the left side wing. Outside, Russell. Curry with the steal. Here's Gordon. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he knocks down the first one.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve
I'm trying to give us a little whole ass fouls now.
And now all of a sudden,
He's
one of the most elusive ball
both hands.
handlers
Every time
in
we
the
touch
NBA.
him, foul.
And Curry, certainly, Clark, the magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Russell kicks to Wade. They need this. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala. That free throw missing. And he ends up missing both free throws. And Philadelphia has possession. Gordon outside. Aminu grabs the miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Iguodala kicks to Gordon. And that one's good. Gordon's got 30.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team.
I had to be ready. Shit, retarded, man. Wow, I shot 24 3. I wouldn't even play my game right there. That shit was a boring ass game, boy. The fuck? Foul. Then they try to make it like we. Yeah, because they just gave me something in that fourth only. They piled me up. Guess how many they gave me in the fourth? 11 free throws. Yeah, I know. They just start calling because they seen the game was decided, so they just kept calling foul, kept calling. Too late now. I don't even give a fuck about these bitches. I can't even watch my ritual. I gotta go. I'll beat your ass later. I'll let you get away with that punk ass shit. Go sit down, man. Hey, Michael. Go sit down.
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no brake light, crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you try to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here.
Yeah, I'm about to cherry motherfucking. I don't even want DeMarcus because he whining too fucking much.